Hi, Tony here, hope you're well. Back in the garage for a quick video to follow up on the last Interceptor project video with the short shot exhaust, because they now come with baffles. Now, when I put these short shot exhausts on from Sold Out, I knew it was going to divide opinion. They're not going to be for everybody. They were put on there specifically for the modifications that I was doing to the bike. Now, I appreciate that people aren't going to like that, and I don't mind you voicing your opinions in the comment section down below. Some people took it a little bit too far though, and honestly, I don't really understand why people get so triggered and so upset with somebody that's doing something to their bike. But hey ho. There seems to be a percentage of Royal Enfield owners or fans that don't want anything other than a completely stock bike, and obviously this series is not going to be for you. So the reason I'm making this video is because the exhausts I had were essentially the first production run of these exhausts. They'd used them on custom builds in the past, but they're now starting to make parts available through their website. They have now modified the end cap of the exhaust so that it will take a removable baffle. It's just one of the standard ones where they punch a triangle in so that you get a deflector, and essentially what that does is, as the gas flows through here, it hits those triangles and pushes up into the wadding that's in the side of the exhaust. So it should make things quieter, and it should also add a little bit of back pressure. Fitting them and removing them is really simple. You've got the bolt at the bottom here which holds the end cap on. If you just loosen that so that it drops down below the hole in the baffle, you can just pull that out. You've already heard it if you've seen the previous video, but I'll get some dB meter readings from that, and I'll do exactly the same once I put the baffles back in.
And to give you an idea of what it sounds like under load, I just thought I'd nip out for a quick 10-minute blast around the block so that you could hear it. It will only be 10 minutes because it's bloody freezing today. There's a marked difference. The tone of the exhaust is not as deep, but it's still got quite that rich tone, but it is a lot quieter. And I will concede that maybe it was a little bit too noisy beforehand, as we've seen from the beta readings. It's still obviously quite a loud exhaust, but it's not hideous, not particularly obnoxious. If you're easy on the throttle, it stays pretty nice and quiet and mellow. It is always, of course, difficult to get the true sound across on a video like this. He seemed to like it. It's a high-vis bike again. Obviously if you give it the beans you still get that nice raughty sound, but better than it was before, so definitely the dB killers have made a difference. And as I say, those exhausts now come with those removable baffles fitted. Certainly, I think it now has more of that old brick bike sound than it did previously. And this is fine, I'd be quite happy on longer journeys with this. I do always wear earplugs anyway, but yeah, I'd have no issues with taking the bike on a longer spin on this. But it's not a touring machine, it's not my daily rider, it's a fun bike, and so that's less important for me.
So there you go, just a quick video to show you the difference, and you can see that those dB killers do make quite a big difference to the sound, not only in the volume level but also the tone. And actually, I'll be completely honest and say I think I prefer the tone of the exhaust with those dB killers in. And I'll also be honest and say that that meter reading surprised me. That was much louder than I thought those exhausts were when I was just listening to them and when I was riding with them. Now, I can't vouch for how accurate that dB meter was. I took an ambient reading here, which is in the 40 to 50 decibel range, which is kind of about right for where we are. When I started recording, we had a plane going overhead and there was some traffic noise in the background, so that jumped up to 60 odd. So I think that's probably right, but I'm not too worried about how accurate that number is. I just wanted to show the difference between the two, and I set that up as per MSV track day regulations, so it's half a meter from the end of the exhaust at a 45-degree angle. I think it sounds nice. Actually, I think it sounds nicer, as I said before, but I'm still not entirely sure if these are the exhausts I want to leave on there long term. I do like that short shot look. I think, though, if you were going with a shorter rear loop and bringing that tail in, that would be where they would look their best. And as I've said at the start of this, at this point in the project, I'm not going to be doing any cutting of the frame, any welding. So the next video to come through will be a seat that I've got to go on here, and hopefully once we do that, that will also involve the changing of the number plate mount, the rear mudguard, indicators and light, or maybe just indicators with no central tail light, because I've got some three-way lights which I might try out. But that's all coming in the next one. So if you want to keep following these builds as they come through, then hit the notification bell, and as soon as a new video comes up, you'll get notified. So thanks for watching, and until next time, take care, ride safe, and I'll see you soon. Bye.